there balling. My brother, my sister, hustle, hustle. That's why I'm trying to hustle and get this money right. 1:08 p.m. here on the Max Hits. What's going on with you out there? I got Moonlightafriqa and Gospelondbeatz. I was going to call Gospel's name first, but whatever, Gospel. Me and you, we have a little bit of beef. We'll sort that one out later. But Moonlightafriqa is in the building. Gospelondbeatz is in the building as well here on the Max Hits. It's been a minute, and that's a brand new one, and it's called Hustle. So I'm here now in December. I don't reach. It's like really close. Moonlight, what's going on? How are you?
I'm good. I'm okay. I'm chilling.
Great. You should see Moonlight. Moonlight walked in like the star that he is with all his swag, and you know his scent just pervades everywhere. I'm like, this cologne really scents like Moonlight. I'm lit up in here. But let's talk about you and your music. First of all, you had there's this what's the name again?
Love Dimension.
Love Dimension. Yes, it's Love Dimension first, and then we now have Hustle here. So what's up with you and this brand new single and this romance? Music Man's actually. The Music Man's with gospel.
Well,
let's talk about that.
Okay, so first, like I said, we actually did Love Dimension alongside my EP called Tales by Moonlight, which had some couple of amazing songs there. So I think after then, Gospel had this what's it called, a boot camp, and said okay, he needed writers and stuff. You know, I'm also a writer, a songwriter. So they reached out to me, and from there, you know, the whole thing started. The whole romance started. He saw how the boy is, the talent and all that. Because I wouldn't say I'm talented. He said it. So if Gospel says you're talented, that means okay, just go and be celebrating. It's done for you. You're good to go. So he said, man, you're good. So we need to work. And I was like, okay, I'm open. And from there, I walked into the studio one day. It was a night, and from there they played this amazing beat. Shout out to Sensei as well. And from there, I laid down the vocals. It was supposed to be a body of work, because according to the plan we had initially, to work on a body of work like an EP, then probably I'll do many songs, then probably my label can select, or we can select and, you know, drop something. But first hit, first wonder. So I did the first stuff, and
first hit, first wonder, like that.
So he fell in love and was like, you know what, let's go with this, and my label accepted. And
okay. So speaking about you know, Love Dimension, speaking about Hustle at this point in time, and Gospel being involved, because I know Gospel has ears for music, he has ears for good sound, talent, and then also Gospel is really annoying when he's trying to, we would like to say, mentor an artist, but annoying in a good way, because Gospel will tell you, oh no, you're not, go back, it's from your throat, this is your throat, it's your throat, I be your, what do you call it, it's your throat voice, I be your
head voice, your head voice.
I'm like, what in the world is your head voice, Gospel?
See, as a student of the music of Afrobeat, you have to understand that there are people that actually started this whole journey, and Gospel is one of them. So if Gospel says, listen to your head voice, do this, do that, as an artist that is just coming, you don't need to frown or kick against whatever thing he's saying. So to me, I think you need to pay attention vividly, because at the end of the day, if you don't learn from the master, I don't think you can graduate.
Okay.
Yeah. So
let's go to you, Master Gospel. Master Gospel. Okay. What is it that you saw in Moonlightafriqa? And I'm going to get to the name. Was it who picked out the name, or did you guys just sit down? Okay, Moonlight, and then Africa, Tales by Moonlight. But what did you see in this young man and his talent?
So I mean, like you said, so there was a recording camp, you know, and when he came in, and you know, there were like different songwriters and artists just, you know, trying to write and vibe to that particular beat we're working on at the time. And there was this very strange but interesting melodies and vibe I was just hearing, you know. And I was like, if he just caught my attention, and I looked towards his direction, I was like, yo, bro, like, who are you, man? This kind of sound I'm hearing. So Moonlight is really, really prolific. Like, he's a very talented artist, and I must say, like, say, of course, I've listened to a lot of people, I've heard a lot of artists, a lot of sounds, for years now, but I promise you, like, the vibe Moonlight has, very different.
Something out of Africa.
I'm telling you, so as soon as I heard it, I just said, you know what, bro, at this point, like, I said, come, let's work together, man, because, there's certain artists that you meet as a producer, like, it just ignites that fire in you. You want to get in the studio because you know that this artist will definitely bring out the best out of you.
For sure.
And that's what happened. Yeah.
Okay, great. So in case you're tuning in, it's the Max Hits. It's 1:14 p.m. I have Gospel on the Beats and I have Moonlightafriqa as well. We played Hustle, which I would play for you again, but we're talking about his whole come up in the industry, talking about his brand new single, which we'll touch more on, and also there's a body of work and more that we should be expecting from him, and also what his sound is, because he has a very interesting sound for sure. So I'm trying to understand if it's like the Afro beats, if it's soul, whatever the sound is now. I'm trying to get the vibe of what the sound is. It's 90.9 Max FM right here. My name is Jennifer. Let's get to play some more music first.
No, birth certificate is one of my names, part of my names. I'm from Edo State, and Edo people have this thing. They can call a child up to like 50 names.
Okay,
like
right.
Different
so
person will just come up.
Just like how you have your Yoruba people to giving you Luat, this is Adeola. Okay, yeah, we get it. So that's interesting. Very unique family, Moonlight. Yeah. So that, and then you just felt like you had like a list of names, and then they said no, Moonlight is what we're gonna go with. Or that's what you've been.
No, that's what I've been using. That's even in school days. So
right.
Yes.
Right. That's Moonlight for sure. But let's talk about Hustle and the production. It was produced by Gospel
and co-produced by Sensei as well.
So who is Sensei?
Okay, Sensei is one of my producers with Scrippo.
Okay.
Yeah, so Sensei joined us over a year ago, and he went through our music production training. Then after that training, we decided to take him on as part of one of our official producers.
But so, I hear this song, and I hear that's kind of like a Yuletide celebration kind of song as well. Because people are talking about December is almost close. So what plans do you have for December?
A lot. A lot.
What are your plans for
According
December?
If you listen to the song very well, it's all about doings. If you don't have money to do doings, don't even start. You understand? So it's if you heard the lyrics said, if you don't like us, we do, my brother, hustle. So I think you have to understand we've been hustling since January. So it's time for us to celebrate it,
So with your music now, are you excited with the direction that it's going? And speaking about your sound, is it Afro beats? What's your sound?
Yes, Afro.
And so are you excited with the direction that you're going with your music and even Afro beats in general?
What if your sound? I mean, your sound could also be Afro Dimension.
Yeah, it's Afro.
Guys,
I think I was going. Okay. Right now, I'm going to change it. My sound is Afro Dimension, please.
I swear.
Afro Dimension beats. No, so Afro Dimension is good.
Yeah, Afro Dimension.
It's a new dimension. It's it's Afro Dimension now. The man with the brain box.
Thank you.
The lights and the crickets, and it just goes pop, 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 pop. Okay, so are you excited with where Nigerian music is going, where African music is going at this point in time?
Trust me, it's amazing. It's a good time to be alive. It's the best time to be alive.
And then, now coming from you as an artist, I hear that this money that people are making now is a lot. When it comes to like your streams and the platforms that you guys are on now. So it's working out well for Nigerian artists right now. So your streaming numbers, are they great too?
Oh, they're great.
So literally now, please tell me, as a producer, as an artist, one song like this can get you a house.
Yeah.
More than a house.
Actually.
If the grace of the Lord actually descends on you.
Yeah.
And one song, you're just being given a song. That's just one song.
So in a month with your streams, how much have you made?
Depends. on your label and how they actually plugged your song. And but I can't actually say the amount, but I know it's a lot.
over. You made over 100 million. Gospel, do you like, now let's talk to you, Gospel. Let's just say now.
Can we just keep it confidential?
Yeah.
Not about your music now
Okay,
in general. Let's talk about the streaming thing now in general.
Yeah.
I bet confidential, people are putting their net worth on the internet. We know this, like as artists, there's money being made, there's a whole lot. We know there's a lot of money, but in general now for Nigerian artists, like for the Afrobeat artists, and we're talking about how they are able to make so much money.
Yeah.
Over 100 million, can over 100 million be made in a month?
It can be made in a month, not necessarily from the streams alone, because there are all like different, streams of income when it comes to music.
True.
So you have like performances, you have digital streams, you have endorsements, and all of that. And in a month, say an artist that is established and is doing well and has the following, has the numbers, right? And so in a month you can get.
It's child's play.
Of course, so an artist that gets say at least 4 shows in a month that pays him or her really good, let's say at least 10 million naira or even more,
would make more
per
than
show, right?
100.
And of course the streams for that particular month or quarter. Then of course if the artist also buys an endorsement deal, that is worth 50 million or so. I mean, before you know it is over 100 million.
Hey,
you put everything together.
See me screaming here, Max FM, and announcing this artist. I'm just screaming Max FM, and then these are the ones making the money.
Well,
Yeah.
mind you, there are some artists that are actually earning 100 M from just streaming.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the likes of Whiskey, the Burna Boy, and the likes
the truth about it is that as you grow as an artist and you grow your fan base and you grow your numbers, that's what it is. So if you have say 100 million people, stream your music and they are consistently doing that, and those 100 million people bring their friends, their families, and plug them into your project and all of that to stream. So it's just a game of numbers, literally. That's what it means, And for these numbers, as these numbers go up, literally your bank account goes up.
Hey! And they get flued out, as they say. But for you, Moonlightafriqa, as an artist growing in the industry, like, the growth that comes every time, what is it that you say, you wish you probably, or you've learned at this point in time that you would do differently? Because sometimes you probably got your hands burnt at some point in time. So,
well, the truth is this, there's nothing I regret, and there's nothing I would say I would like to do differently.
So you say you're being smart in the business. It's not just music for you; it's also a business for you.
Yeah, it's a business. First, as an artist, you need to. It's not just to sing, though. You need to understand the business of music. So if you understand the business of music, then I think you're ready.
That's why it's called showbiz, because there's a show part and there's a business part of it.
Yes.
That's right. So Gospel is actually doing the showbiz pretty much. Gospel is like one of the most intelligent music guys that I'd ever seen. He's pretty much like the entrepreneurial skills with his music and him trying to just elevate in different dimensions. All about the dimension. Yes. It's all about dimensions now. So on a different dimension, should we be expecting collaboration? Should we be expecting a body of work from you, Moonlight?
Yeah. I think I will leave
Gospel.
I'll leave Gospel.
I mean,
Gospel. So what's in the bag for Moonlightafriqa at this point in time?
So
his sound.
The truth about it is that the way I love Moonlight sound so much, I've just told him, I said, bro, we need to do a collaborative EP. Where we just bless the fans with that collaboration. So we started with Hustle, so more songs coming from Moonlight and Gospelondbeatz.
Okay, so you're gonna have like a collaborative EP.
Yeah.
Okay, and then right after that there'll probably be like a Moonlight body of work as well.
He
has an EP already.
I have an EP already.
Yeah.
I'm signed to a label.
Okay, what label are you signed on to?
Co-sign.
Yes. Okay.
So I have my own stuff coming, like great stuff. You guys should be expecting amazing. Next year is going to be amazing, man.
Well, who would you say you're feeling the most in the music industry at this point in time when it comes to their sound, their music, and you pretty much even say you want to work with?
Funny enough, I'm literally feeling everyone, because music is a feeling. Sometimes I can feel this person at a particular moment in time, and the night I could be feeling this person. In the afternoon I would want to feel this person. So it's a feeling. So I wouldn't just say this is my favorite. No, I don't have a favorite.
This man just answered this question like a politician. It's all right.
Very
It's all good.
diplomatic.
Very, very, very diplomatic indeed. I got Moonlight Africa, and we're still talking. We'll be wrapping up pretty much soon, and Gospel on the Beats as well. In case you haven't listened to Hustle, I'm going to play that again for you. Gospel. What is? I'm hearing Scrippo now.
Yeah,
what is that about?
Okay, so Scrippo is a music production company and also a music production academy. So where we train music producers, develop artists, songwriters, and all. But then there's a production aspect to it where we sign music producers and songwriters. You know, so yeah, so that's
okay. It's great to have an academy. Is it that you were tired of going with that gospel tag?
But you see, there's a point you get to in life where you start to think beyond yourself. You know, Gospelondbeatz is a one-man, business kind of setup, but then I had to look beyond that, and say if I really want to impact the world and also develop the next generation of creatives, then I have to think institutional. Then I also have to think generational, so that's
because you took a break though
from music production,
doing music production, because you had a lot of people. You had from Pato Ranking to
Whiskey,
Yemi Alade, Tiwa Savage. It was a lot of people.
Yeah.
I remember even when you were here in Abuja, Brenda had been in your studio
Everybody
a few times as well.
Abuja,
Literally everybody will come here because it was the hub. That's that was our hangout.
Yeah.
So like.
So, but you see, I think one thing about life is the only thing that is constant is change. This is what I mean, and we need to always just change to become better versions of ourselves. And in life, having achieved, I'm not where I need to be honest, but then I'm not where I used to be. But there comes a time in a man's life, having achieved a bit of what seems like success, you have to take a break and just pause. Then have to go and reinvent yourself, and also see how you can really transition to the next level. So at the point, I just realized that there's this new generation called Gen Zs, that are coming in with some type of crazy sounds, and their own expression of music was, a bit different. And I said, you know what, I cannot be in the field and be practicing. I don't know if you get. I need to get out of the match, then go practice, then come back. You see what I mean? So for me, it was like, leave the scene, leave the stage. It was one of the most difficult decisions I had to make. Leaving the stage, like leaving your comfort zone, and say, go back and unlearn a whole lot of things and start to relearn certain new tricks, certain new, softwares and new ways, new styles. And I said,
what? You also felt like there was some form of like you were not like behind, but you needed to brush up a bit, maybe. Did you feel that way? Exactly,
because see, to be honest, like I said, I needed to just go work on myself, because see, you cannot give more than what you have. So by the time I was at the point in my career as a producer, I was just giving and giving and giving. And the time to kind of, take in and kind of, build myself wasn't enough, because the time I needed to improve while I was giving out, it was so little. So I said, well, you know what, if I continue this way, I'm going to burn out. So instead of waiting till I burn out and everybody starts to say Gospelondbeatz sound is old, why not leave the scene? But speaking about burnout, for you,
Moonlight, because this is something a lot of artists go through. They go through that burnout phase.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever factored that in and how you're able to do a lot of balancing and just give your me time for my mental space.
Well, whenever I'm overwhelmed with this whole thing, I normally watch movies. Just take my mind.
I thought you were gonna say you probably get girls to just come hang with you.
Nah.
I mean, it works for some people.
It works for mine is movies.
No drinking, no smoking.
No, I don't smoke. I don't drink.
Something must kill a man. I know what it is. Let's not talk about it. Mommy and daddy are listening. We're moonlight of the kingdom. But yeah, you watch movies.
Yes.
Okay. But then what would you say you pretty much learn in this industry at this point in time? Because it's a dog world.
Word. Yeah. Sure.
So what is it that you keep guarded or close to you?
First you need to watch your people you actually call your people, like people you bring closer to your heart. You need to be very, very careful, because at the end of the day, whether you're making it or you're not making it, someone must still hate you. So You just have to be careful. So those are the things I've learned so far. And also, one thing I learned again is this: please and please, as an upcoming artist, as an artist as a whole, learn to always consider yourself first. It's very, very important.
True.
Because people will forget that yes, you did this person a favor. They will forget. They forget people easily in this industry.
True that.
So, yes.
True that. That's great. What are your socials for people who want to follow you on social media and see what Moonlight looks like and what he's all about on social media?
Okay, so on all social media, you just Moonlightafriqa. Africa, like the Africa with a Q. So
Afriqa.
Yes.
Africa.
Africa. Yes.
Yeah. Moonlightafriqa. That's like that. That's a mad name. Shout out to the people that gave you that name though. And it's working. Okay. Thank you so much. We should be expecting more music. Is the video out?
For Hustle?
Yes.
Not yet.
Oh, we're
Not
planning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Expecting something.
So I'm excited. You know, there are a lot of big Abuja artists who are doing great things. Ojumodu is one of them who's been able to break free, like literally so big everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, so are there people who you're trying to pick out in this Abuja?
Yeah, there are people in fact I'm currently training. You know, so when the time is right.
Unveil.
Yeah.
This is a political answer. You talk political answer, give me diplomatic answer, you're giving me another one again. I'll put you on spot, I'll tell you what best is going to tell me. But it's alright. Moonlight and Gospel, thank you so much for stopping by. We're waiting for that collaborative EP that you guys will be dropping in the first quarter, or when is that?
I mean, we've not decided yet, but next year.
Next year.
Yeah.
So Gospel on the Beats, you're on socials as well. For people who want to see what gospel is like, gospel used to be very, very quiet, but gospel's mouth is very sharp. He can talk a lot. It's like he's shy. He's a lie.
Like they say, close mouth is the close destiny, my sister.
Close mouth is the close destiny. You heard it. Gospel side is now very curly. I'm looking, hey.
No, it's the rain on the Abuja rain, please.
Lagos girls. Oh, hey,
It's Abuja rain,
Who's the more quiet one between the both? In fact, let me ask you, Moonlight, who has a lot of energy and burst of personality between the both of you?
It's Moonlight.
It has to be.
I mean, who's the artist? Producers are usually just the quiet ones.
Gospel is a quiet person. He's reserved. Gospel will only come out when he's about to share.
He brings the gospel to you.
Yeah, when he's about to preach to you and all that. So. Preach about the industry. You know?
Awesome, Master. Thank you so much for stopping by Moonlightafriqa on social media. That's Moonlight and Afriqa. Gospel is Gospel on the ONDEBATZ, right? Gospel on the Beats.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for stopping by right here on the Max Hits. And on that note, I think it's time for me to just catch my breath and say bye-bye to It's Hustle by Moonlight.